us out into a mound. The leaves are settling on our bed. The vines are twisting up our head. I've been digging so long, I've forgotten where it hurt. Remind me, am I the shovel or the dirt? A spider creeps along a line. The dog won't tell you what it finds. The aphid lives upon a rose. The cat won't tell you where she goes. I've been digging so long, I've forgotten where it hurt. Remind me, am I the shovel or the
listening to Blues on the Hill, Oz Blues Hour. That was Shovel or the Dirt, Travis Winters Band. It is the debut release for the Travis Winters Band, and it is my pleasure to welcome to Blues on the Hill the man himself, Travis Winters.
Thank you very much, mate. Absolute
Welcome
pleasure.
to
Pleasure
the
to be
show.
here.
Congratulations on the album, launched on Saturday night to a full house. Wonderful show. How did it feel? You got it out there. Great vibe. Band was rocking.
Thanks.
Brass was pumping. Awesome night.
It was great. Thank you. I was glad you could be there. It was a good neighbourhood crowd. It's a great pub. It's my local pub. Invited a whole bunch of friends and family from the neighbourhood. Had some folks come in from interstate. A shout out to Morris and George. Had the Melbourne Blues Twins there to support me. It was like a blessing. So it was a real thrill. It was great. It was a really good night.
Congrats on the album. Just a different vibe. I mean, you sort of you got something different going on with this band. So just tell us about. Well, let's talk about the title track first.
Sure.
So, Shovel or the Dirt. Why Shovel or the Dirt?
So it's a statement about agency. Like, do you sort of get to decide what happens in your life, or are you just being pushed around like dirt on the end of a
Are you
spade?
the shovel or are you the dirt?
That's right.
I got it now.
Right, that's what it's about. And that title track is really about relationships and what happens when things go sour.
And it's got that, as I was, just that Quentin Tarantino sort of Pulp Fiction vibe, sort of Tom Waits sort of vibe to it. Yeah, got a bit of everything going on. Yeah,
I love it.
Tex-Mex sort of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, I as I said, Tom Waits' guitarist Mark Ribot has such a lovely feel, and he's an amazing guitarist. And in a way, that track is a bit of a nod and a wink and a real tip of the hat to those guys and that sound. But just take it and turn it, build it. And you work with what you got, and the band that I have sounds amazing, and it's a great song. I'm really proud of it. It's really good.
So let's talk about the band.
So Ben Lindsay on drums. He makes his own snares. Shout out to him. He makes his own snares. Makes these stave snares out of Australian jarrah and a whole bunch of other woods like that. So he's really in tune with the sound of his kit. That really dark, vintage, atmospheric sound.
Yeah.
And Craig as well is such a fine bass player. Like he's working all the time with Steve Boyd's Rum Reverie, right? And he plays double bass in there, but when he gets to play with me, he plays the electric bass, and he gets that really, he just gets to fly. He gets a lot of space, and he gets to really let go on a whole bunch of tracks. So it's good fun. It's a great band to play with.
Tell us about we talked about the band, but there's a brass section in there. We didn't mention them, and let's talk about where you did where the project was done.
Sure. So I had the ideas for the songs, and I knew that particularly the title track and one of the other tracks, What Do You Do, I really wanted to get some brass onto those tracks. And the year before, 2016, a friend of the band, a guy called Craig Strain, has a band called Pickpocket, and he assembled this awesome, set of horns for his project, and I reached out to him and said, "If those guys are available, can I use it?" And he's like, "Yeah, here's their numbers. Reach out to them." So I managed to book those guys for the session plus one more, cohort on trombone. So I had four pieces for that session, and it was just amazing that morning to have those four guys come in the studio and then start, reading the charts and playing the stuff. It's like, this is just amazing. This is going to sound so great. So shout out to Alex Howroyd, Brett Evans, Miles Izzo, and James McCauley on trombone. It was a wonderful session, and it really lifted the album as far as I'm concerned. And I kind of only expected them to read the charts for a couple of tracks. And I said, "Look, can we jam on a couple of tracks? How do you feel about that?" I said, "Great, this one and this one."
Yeah.
And they sort of listened to the tracks. I said, "Oh, we can do this, we can do that." I said, "Go for it, sounds great." So they brought a lot of colour to another couple of tracks, and it was a delight, a real thrill. So, during the session, the hair's down on the back of your neck. It was really, really special.
This is my album.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
These are my songs, and this just sounds amazing.
8 tracks, all original. Where'd you do them?
We again through Craig and Ben went to Crosstown Sound Studios in Preston. They had recorded with a mate of theirs from Adelaide, a guy called James Hickey, and they really liked the room. They liked working with Josh Whitehead out there, who's the engineer, and it's his studio, it's his place. And that for me, their comfort levels were really important. If they'd recorded out there before, they've got a good sound, a good drum sound.
Back with Baz and Travis Winters, we're featuring tracks from his debut release, Shovel or the Dirt, Get On It, 8 brand new, original Australian blues, but not the Australian blues you think. What's so sort of fresh about this album? You've stayed away from the 12-bar format, you've stayed away from the pub rock, that sort of thing, and you've sort of got that sort of eclectic mix of swamp, Louisiana, sort of a bit of blues in there, a bit of everything sort of going on to just create, well, as you say, a gumbo. It's a gumbo of music, isn't it, this album?
Yeah, I was worried that the album, it doesn't really have much of an anchor. It does sort of float around a little bit between the genres, and it's very much an album about paying homage for me and all these different players. Like the moment is my homage to Little Charlie and the Nightcats, who I love that stuff, and songs like Crawligator is that Elvin Bishop is who I was thinking, that kind of stuff. He's just wonderful, and the Shovel and Dirt, Tom Waits. It's all over the place, but I can't help but be me. And at the end of the day, the album kind of has that. It has that personality. It has that flavour to it. So, it's still very much a concrete album, and it's all mixed in there with the gravy and the roux, that gumbo, that dark roux. Travel, no country I won't grow. Take any kind of transport that takes me to your home. Pockets might be empty, babe, and I know this world is wide. I'll beg, I'll steal, I'll borrow, babe, until it's you I find. Hey. This country, I ride upon them rails, the cities and the highways, babe, the back roads and them trails. Ain't no season stop me, no wind, no rain, no snow. I know you're out there, girl, it's time I got to go. Hey, 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 yeah, I like your style. Hey, 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 I walk that extra mile. Shoes upon my feet, and these streets are meant for walking, and it's you I got to see. Yes, I see you, baby. I got a picture in my mind. You're tall, you're short, you're thin, you're fat. Don't matter, just be kind. The nicer that you treat me, babe, the longer that I'll stay. If you don't treat me nice, well, there's just one thing I'll say. Hey, 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 yeah, I like your style. Hey, 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 I'll walk that extra mile. Hey, 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 I got these shoes upon my feet, and these streets are meant for walking, and it's you I got to see. Hey,